Welcome to Back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about videos. We're going to be going into some details, going into some specifics on price, going through thoughts and opinions as to why I think this theme is probably going to fail. Talking about why some past themes have failed, like Hidden Side, similar sort of thing, my ideas on that. We're talking about the franchises, and we're going to be talking a little bit about other brands and fake Lego brands that basically give people what Lego won't give them. Hint, Lego Castle. But figure packs, little minifigure boxes, they're £4. And there's no way of telling what you're going to get in there, so you're probably going to have to end up going on, well, if you want to get the official products, you're going to have to go onto Bricklink or eBay, just to get your figures, because you're not going to be able to know what's in the box. You don't want to get a whole load of duplicates to you at £4 a piece. But we'll go into more details about how I think Lego come up with the price of those. And then we got the boxes. They are £18 each. So if you was to get 5 of these, it's going to cost you the best part of £100. But let's start with the minifigures. So the normal collectible minifigure at the moment is £3.50. These are more expensive than that at £4. Let's try and discover exactly what's going on here and why. So the CMFs, normal CMFs, are £3.50 recommended retail price, and these are going to be £4 recommended retail price. So they're already 50p more expensive. Okay. CMFs come on a plate, so they stand on like a 3x4 plate for the figure to stand on, and then you get 2 accessories, a hat and something in the hand. So the boxes, these boxes here, these mates boxes, they have 3 tiles there on a sort of snot brick looking thing. That snot brick looking tile is no more valuable than a plate that the minifigures stand on in the collectible minifigures series, right? So basically paying 50p for 2 of those tiles, so 25p each. And bearing in mind, actually, some of these figures don't even have accessories in their hands. Or do they? Yeah, each one has a microphone at least. But you know, I don't think that. They think they should have made this basically the price of a CMF, in my opinion. And then we have these sets here, the boxes that basically cost £18, which I think is a tad bit too expensive, just a bit too expensive. Okay. Now maybe they're working the value out on the actual tiles being worth 25p each. So let's just calculate 4 of these tiles each as £1 in Lego's terms. So we can try and calculate, get into the mindset of their pricing value. So they're putting the value of 2 tiles, or of these tiles at 25p each. So 4 of them is £1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So those tiles there you see in the set there, you get 16 tiles, so that should be a value of £4. Yeah, £4 value for the tiles. And then I give the box thing there, kind of similar to the Lego Friends boxes, kind of sort of to produce that box value wise and cost wise is very similar to the Friends boxes, which are selling for, they're actually pretty expensive as well. Actually, let's just quickly check what those Friends boxes cost. Wow, useless. Show me some stuff. Come on, so slow. Those are Friends boxes. There they are. So they are, Friends boxes are £9 with the minifigure. So we're going to put a value. The minifigure's got a value of £2, about £2 for the minifigure on its own, and accessories. We'll say £4 maximum for the minifigure and the stuff that's inside the box. Okay. So on the new boxes, you've got some extra bits. So we'll just count that whole entire box there as some of the value. So let's take the same. This box having the same value as the box with the headphones, a little bit bigger. Just trying to calculate it, work out in my head. So let's say the minifigure's worth £2. I'd say £2.50, but let's just say £2. So let's take £2 off of £9. That means this is with £7. We'll basically say that the box, the headphone box in these new sets, let's put a value on that of £7. So we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got the minifigure who's worth, well, if it was a CMF, it would be £3.50. So we've got 7. Well, maths lesson. Let's just reduce the minifigure down to £3, make it easier. So £7 for the box, £3 for the minifigure, and then £4 for the tiles. So we got, maths lesson, 7, 10, £14. So I think that this should have been priced at £15. Thereabouts. That would have been a good price. So it's a bit too expensive in my opinion. £18 is too expensive. £15, okay. £12, excellent. But £15 would have been good, fair enough. But at £18, I think it's a little bit too expensive. So if you get 5 of these, it's going to cost you a best part of £100 just to get 5. You know, and then obviously the whole entire thing as well, you don't even need the sets. You don't even need the minifigure sets or any of this to use the app. You know, you just take a picture and then you got the app, everything on the app anyway. So what's the point? People want to play the game, they focus on the game for this. But people aren't going to play the game, or people who aren't going to play the game, who might want to buy these figures, you know. It's just leaves me puzzled and a bit bemused of how this whole entire theme came out, you know. Confused. I mean, Dimensions basically eventually flopped. You know, this sort of idea that people want to play these games more than playing with Lego itself, while selling something as a toy, but trying to promote games, you know, like Hidden Side basically flopped out as well, which has the same sort of feature as this, where you make augmented reality. You know, it's a toy, something that's a toy. It's not supposed to be a game. But, you know, Lego's just gone down the hill of more and more things being either franchised and having to be tied with a popular game, or a popular TV show or movie, be it their own or a franchise. You know, the toys, the Lego product itself can't stand up on its own without all this other stuff, digital, to go with it. And I think Lego is losing its way because of this, you know. I mean, they'll make this, and they'll make Nixo Nights, and they'll make all these other fancy digital things, and, you know, games and CGI programs and so on. But they ignore the fact that quite a lot of us would actually quite prefer to have Lego Castle return, for example. But they won't return Lego Castle as a theme because they don't think that kids will watch it. So we don't get any castle sets coming from Lego. You know, might get like a few token sets here and there. Like we got one token set so far, which is the blacksmiths, which only came with two knights. You know, you'd want more, wouldn't you, for a light knight's callback? But like I said before in other videos, I won't bring knights back as a theme, partly because of Harry Potter, because there's lots of castles and dragons and wizards and things that have been in castle themes before in Harry Potter, so they don't want to clash with that franchise. That's one of the reasons why they won't bring Lego Castle back. And also because Lego Castle can't stand up to all this CGI stuff and fancy stuff. They think that kids don't want to play with Castle. But I'll show you something in a second that contradicts that. Another thing as well, you've got, another thing you've got as well is obviously other companies that are going into the franchises that Lego don't want to do. I mean, they tried Next to Knights, that flopped, so why try normal Castle? I'm just using Castle as an example because, let's just quickly go look at this, right? So, Lego says that they must say inside their own internal reviews or thoughts of what could become sets and what could become themes that kids don't want to buy a Lego Castle. But for the last decade or more, tons of companies have been creating what is basically Lego Castle. So we've got Creo Lego Castle, we've got Oxford Lego Castle, or Oxford Castle, basically Lego Castle, almost identical as a Lego Castle, and in some cases better. Then we've got Sluban Castle, again very Lego-like. Been doing that for over 10 years. And we've got, they're still going now, and we've got Kogo Castle, again going for over 10 years, selling castle sets, and they're still selling castle sets now. All these companies, apart from Creo, are selling castle sets right now, brand new. And of course we've got Enlighten Castle, going the wrong way. Got Enlighten Castle. For the past 10 years they've been making sets that are essentially exactly the same and better and more elaborate now, or more recently than Lego's last delve into Lego Castle. And then as well as that we have AliExpress, so you can buy a whole bunch of fake Lego minifigures for a very, very cheap price of just £13 or £14 with free delivery. And we got knights, we've got Spartans, we've got all sorts of really cool minifigures. Some are just like the Lego ones, some are different. So, I mean, who can say no to what? It says 21 pieces there, but I've seen ones here that have 32 knight minifigures for the meagre price of £14. Like this, exactly the same as these. And you say, oh well, they're just cheap knockoffs, but I have quite a lot of Lego minifigures, like thousands of minifigures, real minifigures. But I also have about 600 knockoff minifigures. Now, I haven't got most of those from AliExpress. I've got those from the street market who sells Lego, and whenever she gets fake Lego, she goes, oh no, I've got fake Lego, what am I going to do with it? So I just buy it off her, for 50p a minifigure or less. Which basically is a similar price to what they're selling these for. So, if she can get those for me, or she gets them, I'll buy them off her, because I prefer to buy things in person rather than buying them online. But I really am debating whether I should just buy a whole load of these and build a little army up. That's cool, Spartan soldiers. And I can tell you, with the 600 minifigures I've got multiple brands from AliExpress and the same brand who make these, and they are decent quality. And if I was to put one up to you, and you just hold it in your hand, you'd think it was Lego. You'd be able to tell the difference. Unless you took the head off and saw there wasn't a Lego mark on there. They are very much like Lego. And the reason why these things exist is because Lego don't want to make it. So all the market just exists outside of them by knockoff companies or alternative brick brand companies who give in the people what they want, which Lego won't give them. Same goes for the military. So all these brands I showed you there all do military sets as well, and you can get 32 military minifigures for the same price, £14 or £15. You You can get loads of Lego guns. Lego stopped putting Star Wars blasters in most of their Star Wars sets for years. So places like this just started selling bulk lots of 200 Lego blasters, Star Wars blasters, for something ridiculous like, like £10 or something like that. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is where the people who want those minifigures, or those new minifigures from Video, the people who want those, well, they might buy a few of the sets, but to complete the whole sets, it's going to cost them hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So guess what's going to happen? It's quite a large percentage of people that are going to be going online to places like AliExpress and buying the fake ones, especially the fake minifigures. I can guarantee that all these minifigures, most of these minifigures, are going to be on AliExpress, and you're going to pay less than £1 per minifigure for them, and they're going to look very much like the real thing, and a good substitute in people's minds for it if they really want these minifigures. There are a lot of really, really awesome minifigures on AliExpress, and like I say, I've got 600 of them already, and they are good quality. Not out of choice, I didn't go out my way to buy them, they were just there at the street market, so I bought them. So there you go, that's my thoughts on this new video theme. I think it's going to flop, in my opinion, because it's just too expensive, and kids don't really... it might be exciting for a little bit. People might want to play around with it for a little bit, but like hidden side, it would just go down the pan. I think it's going to be a waste of time. Just like Lego Dots is at the moment, which isn't selling at all in any of the supermarkets I've been to. Lego Dots is not selling. Literally none of them being sold. You go in there 1 week, you see like 1 or 2 of them out of the pack, count the box of Dots packs, and you'll see like literally maybe 1 or 2 is sold a day. Been checking that up as well, so if that flops, and Hidden Side flopped, and Dimensions flopped, this will flop as well. So there you go. I think Lego needs to start listening to their customers before everybody just goes online to places like this and just turns to the alternative brick brands who have done and are doing a pretty good job at replicating the best parts of Lego. Well, Lego doesn't do it. They say there's no market for it, when there clearly is. Others wouldn't keep making these things, these sets. Anyway, leave your comments in the comment section what you think about it. Long sort of rant, but there you go. I'll leave it there. Videos. That's coming to a Lego store near you. But we don't want it.